whenever I'm alone with you.
Capricorn and Paulina in Prague. Wow, you're very energetic. I'm enjoying this vibration. I'm really loving this style. There is something unique. There is like a pizzazz. There is like a shebang. There is a oomph. There is a chic energy. There is a guru knowledge of yourself. There is something else coming through. There is a new growth. There is a new opportunity. There is a new flirtation with life. There is a new type of thing going on. So, whoever you are and however you like to express yourself, enjoy that. Enjoy the way that you love to dance. Enjoy the way that you love to put words together. Enjoy the way that you do things. But wait, is it possible to take it to another extreme? That's another thing. So, if you are, for example, a guru of presence, if you are a socialite or you're somebody who puts clothes together very well and you're somebody who's a master of taste, don't just use what you have. See how else you can work with this, how else you can play with reality, and how much more pleasure and connection you receive from creating even more. So, take it to the limit. If you're becoming a really good artist, stay at home and do a little bit more work instead of just exhibiting what you have. Maybe seeing if you've got some time between now and your exhibition. Maybe your exhibition is in late August. Have a look at how many more pieces you can create. So don't structure yourself entirely on what you've been. Have a look what else new you can have, what else new you can work with, what new ideas come in. If you have time before you publish something, if you have time before you do something, if you have time before the debut or the screening or the premiere of your work, see how else you can fix it and how else you can aid yourself in shining even more, and what you can add on, what you can grow on top of what you have already. This is a really good time to fumble around and look around. It's a really interesting time to look for inspiration amongst people, of course, that are proud to be who they are and who are doing well as well. It's nice to see more wholesome, nice, well organized people like yourself, and to also see like how you can connect the dots for them as well as you. Maybe turning up at their workshop and seeing what they think about your artwork or your path, and then maybe they'll look at you and they'll ask if you can help them as well, if you are able to also help them with their work and their path, and you guys are both looking each other over and seeing what each other can have, can enjoy, can have happen in the future. However, it's not a good time to do it insincerely. If somebody asks you to help with their work or help them with something, and during this time, Capricorn is quite needy in terms of, how can I say, they're needy in ways that are really, really fun. They need something to be perfect or something worthy of their time, which is actually really good for you, Capricorn, sometimes. So you don't put pearls before swine, meaning you don't use your time with people or with projects that can't really grow that far or that fast. So have a look at people who are really remarkable around you. See people that are worthy of your time. Say, for example, you give really good advice now, actually. But if you say give a lot of your heart and soul and good advice to somebody who's just not willing to grow, that's going to be really dementing for you. That's not going to be very nice to understand later that you've given this person a lot of your time, which wasn't worthy of your time. So have a look at who's growing, who's up for it, who is amongst the best, who's doing well, and spend your time, spend even your money or your passion with people and things, especially people actually this August that are doing good. Have a look at how you can help. It's a really, really nice time to tutor. It's a really, really good time to present yourself as an expert at something. It's a really, really nice time to be seen, to be understood as one of the best people at something, one of the best people at this, one of the best people at that. It is a very, very good time to nurture a person or an object or a project or something that is growing, that is changing, that is evolving, that's giving a lot of hope and a lot of how can I say, suggestion of a greater future. So it's a really interesting time to investing money as well, or investing time in things that are probably going to shine later. It's an interesting time to take on protege students It's a really good time to give hope to people who haven't had many chances in life but have a lot of hope because of their skill, or a lot of hope because of what they can achieve. Giving people the understanding that you're there though for that reason, and not because you're trying to be a parent. That's another thing as well. Because sometimes with this type of energy, people get really, really confused when you only want to help them with their talents, but you're not actually wanting to heal them or mother them or nurture them or sit there and talk about nothing. If you are feeling that you are there just because you want to help them grow and then leave them to grow, or just check up on their progress, or you're there just because you want to see how far they can take things, let them know, I'm here because I love you. The reason for that is because you're talented, and I want to see how far you can go. I want to see your progress. I'm curious about you. I want to see what else you can do. I can see potential in you. I want to see how far that potential goes. That's the kind of energy that you need to establish really fast before people get attached to the idea that you are somehow new, you're somehow emotional, you're somehow trendy to have as a boyfriend or trendy to have as a girlfriend. Because sometimes people can love you because it's a trend, or they feel that they'll get something together for themselves because of you. So it's really good to let people know that you're only there for the potential. In terms of personal life and love, and it's an apple. Um, just kind of met my hand there. In terms of personal love and personal relationships, it's not so great to let people go if you're not, how can I say, if you're not knowing, if you're not nurtured by them now. Sometimes during these types of times, people are working their stuff out. They're working their stuff out. They're not with it. They're not there to really know the full gravity of their life and the full gravity of what they do and what they come to be. They don't quite get it. People don't quite understand. So because they're in the learning curve, please be patient with us. Be patient with people. So if you are dying to know something else about your partner, you want them to change, you want them to shift, but they're not shifting because they're going through a hard time, or they're grafting, or maybe say you got a partner who's a Libra and they're a little bit sleepy and they're trying to come down and find some kind of center for themselves, and they got like a lot of Pisces, you know, or even Capricorn in them, and they're working on their own thing. It's not so great to push or prod or make them decide really fast what they want to do, even though the progress or the need for the new might be really strong in you. So it's really good to just let them go and let them know that they're all right. Okay, so if you've got a partner, or you've got a dear friend, or you've got a child, you've got someone, especially a child, who's just slow, you know, they're just slow. And sometimes we can be slow, and we are slow right now because we're defining something that's not yet defined. It's okay. Moving around. So it is better for you not to judge us or not to push our buttons because we are not yet able to design a clear-cut picture of who we are and where we're off to. But the most important thing I feel is to let go of things that are actually genuinely dud. So letting go of things that are genuinely not going anywhere. So if you're, for example, working for a company that is taking your time and giving you very little money for your work, or giving you the money that's just not worthy of your time because you can kind of already see that you're overqualified for certain things maybe, or that you've got talents elsewhere, it is really nice not to cling to those things, and as much as you can let go of things that are obviously not feeding you and not giving you enough, the better. So if you can have a look at how you have been struggling with yourself, with certain people, or certain deeds and certain things, and seeing how things are not quite working, or they give a very small return, don't struggle. It's really good to let them go and to establish yourself as almost like a fertilizer for growth, for things that want to grow, not things that can't. So don't feed a rock water, give it to the plant. And another one thing that I probably should say is the maternal spectrum. For us, it feels to me that you are conditioning yourself sometimes as a maternal energy, because Cancer is going through this. I just noticed this before when I was channeling for Scorpio. Cancer is going through a time when mothering another person, or being the subdued loving care that is unconditional, isn't enough, and they're looking for new splashes of life. this means sometimes because your opposite sign isn't quite pulling or is not pulling enough because you're pulling so much because you got Pluto in your sign and you're accentuating the sun and everything around because Pluto does create solar flares. It might be nice not to go with that. So if you are looking at your life and you're seeing that you're becoming motherly because other people don't mother enough, or you're becoming like a carer or like the safety net for somebody because there's nobody else to do it, it's not worthy of your time. It's good not to establish yourself, Capricorn, in roles where you're mothering or nurturing somebody because it's not really your sign. That's not really the energy that you need to have. So if you've got tendencies to nurture or to even sometimes abuse and then love, abuse and then love, have a fight and then cuddle. If you've got anything like that going on, it is very good not to take on that role because it is really truly time to shine and have a look at how far you can go with your work. Thank you very much, Capricorn. Enjoy August, and I'll see you again next time. And have a look at the links below, and if you haven't yet, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.